All right, in this explainer, we're going to build something I think you'll find incredibly useful. We're talking about a custom AI assistant that can actually design your YouTube thumbnails for you. Let's just dive right in. You know the feeling, right? If you're a creator, you know this pain. You pour hours into a video, and then you have to stop and write this gigantic, super detailed prompt, trying to remember all your brand rules, the right colors, the fonts, just to get a decent thumbnail. It's so repetitive, so tedious, it's just a huge time sink. But what if you never had to write that long prompt ever again? Well, that's exactly where Gemini Gems come in. A gem is it's basically a custom version of Gemini that you personally train for one specific, repetitive job. Think of it like building your very own AI specialist. In our case, a world-class thumbnail designer that knows all your rules before you even type a single word. And here's the real magic in the workflow. You write your detailed instructions, all your brand colors, your font choices, your layout rules. You write them just one time. And from that point on, every single thumbnail concept it generates will follow those exact rules forever. It is a total game changer for your workflow. So we're going to structure this explainer in 3 quick acts. We'll kick things off with Act 1, which is all about the mission, understanding how we can just completely automate this whole thumbnail creation process. Free you up to focus on the important stuff, like making great content. Now for Act 2. This is really the heart of our explainer today. This is the step-by-step walkthrough showing you how to actually build your custom AI assistant from scratch. And don't worry, okay? This is not some crazy complex coding project. It's actually a super straightforward 6-step process. We're going to go from finding the gem editor all the way to generating your very first AI thumbnail. It's way simpler than you probably think. Okay, first things first, just head over to gemini.google.com. Look on the left sidebar and you'll see an option that says Explore Gems. Give that a click, and on the next page, you can't miss it, there's a big button that says Plus New Gem. That's your starting point right there. Once you're in the editor, you're going to see 4 main fields. I like to think of these as the 4 parts of your AI's brain. The name, that's just so you can find it later. The description is kind of like its job title. The knowledge section, that's optional, but you can upload files there for reference. But the most critical part, the one that makes this whole thing work, is the instructions. And this right here, this is from Google's official documentation. It perfectly explains why that instructions box is so important. This is where you define everything, what your goals are, how you want it to behave, the format of the output. So the takeaway is crystal clear. The quality of your instructions is going to directly determine the quality of your thumbnails. Simple as that. Now, to make writing those instructions super easy, just break it down into these 4 areas. First, give it a persona. Literally tell it that it is a world-class thumbnail designer. Second, define the task. Its job is to turn a video idea into a thumbnail concept. Third, provide the context. All your design rules, aspect ratios, text limits, the whole shebang. And finally, specify the format, how you want the output to be structured. Little pro tip here, use bullet points and bold headers inside the instruction box. It helps keep all your rules organized for the AI. Now, what's really cool is you don't even have to write those instructions from a blank page. Here's a little secret weapon for you. Just type a simple goal, something like, help me create YouTube thumbnails, and then click that little magic wand icon. Gemini will automatically write a whole comprehensive set of instructions for you, which you can then just edit and refine. It's an absolutely fantastic starting point. Okay, everybody, I need you to listen very closely on this one. This is so important. The editor has this live preview panel on the right side. It's great for testing, but, and this is a big but, it does not save your work. You absolutely must click the save button to lock in all your hard work. Seriously, if you close that tab without clicking save, you will lose everything. All right, you've built your gem, you've saved your gem. We have now reached the final act. This is where all that setup pays off big time, generating professional, on-brand thumbnails in just seconds. This comparison really just says it all. In a standard chat, you're starting from 0 every single time. But inside your gem, the AI already knows its job, it already knows your brand, and it delivers tailored, professional, consistent results because all that crucial context is preloaded. So that complex multi-step prompt you used to write, it's dead. It's gone. Your new workflow is this ridiculously simple. You open your gem, you give it your video details and maybe a photo, and you hit send. That's it. You just turned a 20-minute task into a 20-second one. Okay, so first, your gem is going to give you a detailed text concept, kind of like a blueprint. Once you're happy with that blueprint, you just type in this simple follow-up prompt. The Gem will then use Imagen 3, that's Google's super powerful image generation model, to create the actual visual thumbnail for you. And before you go and upload it to YouTube, just run through this quick final checklist. Make sure the aspect ratio is right, your watermark is there, the text is short, punchy, and readable. And most importantly, just ask yourself, does this design have enough visual punch to actually stop someone from scrolling past it? So here's the big takeaway. You've just learned how to build your own specialized AI assistant. You've automated your thumbnails. Now what? I mean, what other tedious, repetitive parts of your workflow could you hand over to a custom-built gem? The possibilities here are pretty amazing.